All right, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to our 2023 playoff predictions. Not playoff predictions, but just in general season predictions video. We're going to be predicting the seasons. Pretty simple. Um, yeah, I think I'm actually going to start out by standing here. All right. Okay. So we're just going to start out standing because I don't really want to be sitting the whole time. It's going to be quite a longer stream than you would anticipate. Boom. We standing out here. We standing. Should we? We edit this. Oh. Boom. That's kind of bright back there. I'm not gonna lie to you. That works. That's really bright. Not even that bright. It's not even that bright. But my camera is like booty cheeks, so it just picks it up as super bright. See if we can change the mic level here. There we go. Great setup here. Great setup here. Now, let's get started. I think we just get right into it. I figure that we should start with the. Oh, by the way, to preface, we got the DJ Moore jersey on, so it's a Bears jersey. We are biased here. We're very biased here, but when it comes to everything outside of the NFC North, it's really unbiased. And the NFC North, let's be honest, it's kind of a shithole this year. So, but we'll just start with the Chiefs. This is one of those teams that I have learned to not really go against a lot. They prove me wrong time and time again. Last year, of course, the Raiders got Devontae Adams. They got all those players. The Broncos had Russell Wilson. I thought that's going to be a tough division for them. But they still got, what was it, 12, 13 wins. Got the number one seed in the AFC again, I'm pretty sure. So they are just really good, even with losing Tyreek Hill and all that. So we're going to get started week 1. I do think the best time to beat the Chiefs is early in the season. And that's why I'm actually going to give them an opening game loss. Anything can happen on week 1. And if there's a time they're going to lose, that's a great time. Also, the Lions, even though I don't really believe in the Lions, there's just something about hype. When a team gets hype, especially a team like the Lions that's been bad for so long, I mean, it really does resonate with the team. And it gives them some added motivation or added confidence. Week 2, Jaguars. I do like the Jaguars. And I'm actually going to give them a loss to the Jaguars as well. I really like the Jaguars this year. Great offense. And once again, early in the gates, Chiefs might start out a bit slow. But then they host Chicago at Arrowhead, and that's a win. That's a win for the Chiefs. What are the Bears going to do about that? That's going to be a tough game. The Bears could make it closer than you'd think. If they do that, they're going to put up a good offensive performance because Mahomes is going to throw, at least 35 points on the Bears that week. So then we got Jets. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. Not too worried about that one for the Chiefs. I think they handled the Jets quite well here in that game. 2-2 on the season. And then they go into Minnesota. That's where I live, Minnesota. I'm a Bears fan, okay? But we live in Minnesota, and that's a loss for the Vikings. Tough game for the Vikings there. I don't see how the Chiefs would at all lose to the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings defense, I don't think they can stop Mahomes. Don't think they can win that. The Vikings did rely on a lot of close games last year. I mean, in the NFL, most games are close, but they had so many games that were decided by that final drive. I mean, that Bills game was crazy. They had a lot of crazy games. The Colts game where they made the comeback and went to overtime. The Giants game where the kicker made that kick. Oh my gosh, the Vikings were in so much crazy games last year. Living in Minnesota, of course, that's your local team that you get on TV, and they're actually pretty fun to watch, even as a Bears fan, because every single game was like down to the wire. It's pretty crazy. Broncos, Chiefs. I got the Chiefs again. 4-game win streak here for the Chiefs. They got some easier opponents, and they're just sort of cruising through, beating the Bears, beating the Jets, beating the Vikings, and now the Broncos. And then we get the Chargers. That's a Sunday game right after a bye, I think is what that says. Coming off mini bye, because that was a Thursday nighter against the Broncos. So they got a mini bye, 3 extra days of rest or whatever it is. And yeah, they're gonna beat the Chargers there. I believe in that. They will beat the Chargers there. Justin Herbert. I mean, the Chargers surprisingly bad last year. Surprisingly bad. Yeah, they got Khalil Mack. They got all these players on defense, and it didn't really do much. They always have a good offense with Herbert, but the defense didn't surprise me. J.C. Jackson, was he benched at one point? I don't know. It was bad. So yeah, they're gonna beat the Chargers there. And the Broncos again. I don't think Mahomes has even lost to the Broncos in his career, so it's like the Rodgers-Bears thing. You just don't pick it. You just don't. Chiefs win. Chiefs win. Easy pick. Until the Broncos win, I'm picking the Chiefs every time with Mahomes. And now things get a little bit different. We're going to Germany. The Germany Chiefs versus the Germany Dolphins. November 5th in Germany. When does that say? 2:30 p.m. GMT time. I don't know what that is here, but that's an interesting one. Who do we pick here? I feel like we gotta give it to the Dolphins. I mean, the Chiefs are on a big win streak, but it's gotta end at some point. And they went to Germany. Going to Germany might just break their rhythm, and the Dolphins take advantage of that. They get a win there. So heading into the bye at Week 10, the Chiefs are 6-3. They're doing really well. But after the bye, you're going to have to face the Philadelphia Eagles, a Super Bowl rematch on Monday night. They got huge rest. The Eagles are coming off their bye as well. Pretty even matchup. Who do I think would win that? Well, I would like to think that the Eagles really built up even more through the draft and the D-line. I really like the Eagles this year, and I think I'm going to pick the Eagles to win. Also, because the Chiefs are now out of rhythm at this point. Coming off a bad taste in Germany. Then the bye week to really just let that settle in that they lost that game in Germany. And then they take the L to the Eagles. But they bounce back next week, beat the Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo, downgrade from Carr. They lost Waller. The defense isn't nothing special anymore, really. So, Chiefs win. And then the Packers and Chiefs. Instant, easy. Chiefs winning that. Jordan Love, he's not going to be the one. We'll get to that later, though. We're not talking about Jordan Love right now. We're talking about Mahomes and the Chiefs going up against, at best, a mediocre Packers team. Chiefs win that. Ooh, another big matchup. Josh Allen and the Bills coming in to face Mahomes and the Chiefs. Ooh, I do love Josh Allen on the Bills. Chiefs at home, though. This could go either way. I'm taking the Chiefs in that one. Gonna give them a win. Now we continue. And we're gonna see the Chiefs and the Patriots. I like the Chiefs in that one. Going into Foxborough shouldn't be a problem for Mahomes. I mean, the offense for the Patriots is not that good. The last time I saw the Patriots beat a good offense, outbeat a team, would be the Bills on that one, like, was it a Monday night game where the wind was crazy and Mac Jones threw 3 pass attempts the whole time? I mean, their offense just isn't good. They got destroyed by the Bears last year on Monday night. I do remember that. That was a joy to watch as a Bears fan. But yeah, I don't believe that Patriots team's going to be that good at all. Even with additions of Juju Smith-Schuster, Ezekiel Elliott. Those aren't the greatest additions. Then we got Raiders again. They're gonna sweep the Raiders and the Broncos and head on to week 17 against the Bengals. I think they beat the Bengals. I think they pull that out at home. They beat the curse last year. The curse. I mean, I picked them to beat the Bengals in the playoffs last year. When that time came around. And it really helped me win my playoff bracket with my friends because they were all like, oh my god, Joe Burrow owns the Chiefs in the playoffs. Mahomes cannot beat Joe Burrow. And he proved them wrong. So it was like, what, 2 wins in a row for Joe Burrow? Nothing crazy. 3 wins maybe? 3-0. I think it was 3-0. That's not a big enough sample size. And then I think the Chargers do split and take that final game, putting the Chiefs at a respectable 12-5. I am not pre-scripted this at all. I'm just doing this as we go. So we'll see how that ends up doing. I guess we just continue with the rest of the West now. That would make sense, I feel like. AFC West continuation. We go on to the Chargers. The Chargers. Or should we do this a bit different? This is how most people do it, but we could do it differently. Because I feel like it puts more Let's just continue with the Chargers. Dolphins, Chargers. How we doing? Dolphins, Chargers. That's a good week 1 matchup. Honestly, that's a great week 1 matchup. Give me the Dolphins, though. I don't know what to say about that matchup. They're pretty evenly based. They both have really good offenses when their quarterbacks are healthy. And their defenses don't play as good as they should, I feel like. I feel like they get star players. They pay star players. They bring in star players on defense, and it just doesn't show in the games. I mean, I thought Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa would be an insane DE combo, creating pressure, but apparently not. Apparently not. Titans and Chargers. I feel like the Titans are better than people think. I do think they're better than people think, but I mean, Chargers are really good. I gotta give them that win over the Titans. Vikings and Chargers. Here's the thing. Vikings have played well against the Chargers, including that win over Justin Herbert's Chargers. What was that? 2021? I think so. So I'm picking the Vikings actually to beat the Chargers there. Little shaky start from the Chargers, but the Chiefs had that too. Raiders. I don't see how they beat the Chargers. I just don't see how they beat the Chargers there. Chargers win that one. Then they go into a bye, and off the bye week they face the Cowboys. They host the Cowboys, and they beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys, they're a team. They're a pretty good team overall, but I feel like feel like they have some blunders. Dak Prescott isn't like he's an odd quarterback in my opinion. He's not great, he's not terrible. Like he has good games and he has bad games. Like and he started out the season losing to Tom Brady last year like 31-3 or something, but then he ends up beating them in the playoffs like 50-2 or something. Makes no sense to me. It's the same team, but start and end of season's just way different. I don't know. Dak's just inconsistent, really. I mean, doesn't he have like almost didn't last year he throw like as many inches touchdowns? It was something like that. Anyways, Chargers Bears because the Chiefs beat them that week. We already had that in. Chargers Bears. I'm picking them to beat the Bears. Yeah, I don't know what to say. They're better than us. They have a better offense. They have one of the better offenses in the NFL even. And their defense is probably still better than us, even though they're not worth the money that they pay for it, but still better than us. Overall, they're just better than us, and they should win that game. Oh boy, I just knocked my cord off. 1 second. Okay, we got... Okay, fixed it. Okay, Chargers, Jets. How we feel about that one? I don't know how I feel about the Jets. I feel like they're a mediocre team this year. I don't think they're that great, but not that bad either. Kind of mediocre. Probably still above 500. How would they fare against the Chargers? I'm gonna have to give the Chargers the win there. Just gonna have to give them the win there. Doing pretty good right now. And this is the easier part of the schedule, I feel like. Chargers, Lions. Chargers, Lions. Lions look like they're coming off a mini bye, is that? Nope, their actual bye right there is what they're coming off of. But I still have the Chargers winning that. I think they're better than the Lions. Similar to the Bears, they're just better than the Lions in every aspect of the game. They have one of the best offenses. Even though the Lions have a pretty good offense now. Still not as good as the Chargers. And the Chargers have a better defense. Okay, Packers, Chargers. Once again, Chargers are just better on every aspect. They should win that game. Chargers going on a 4-game win streak here. Putting up a solid performance so far. But can they take that to the Ravens? No, the Ravens are really good. The Ravens are really good. I think it showed just how good they were when they were that close to... Well, just in general, they were really close in their playoff game with the Bengals with their backup quarterback. Because their defense is that good. The additions of Roquan Smith last year, and they got Zay Flowers and Odell for the offense this year, which I'm going to be honest, I don't know how much that's going to make a difference. I don't think Odell's that great, to be honest. But Zay Flowers is pretty flashy, and that's the type of guys they need, is the Zay Flowers type on the team. The guys who are going to make the home run hits, they're going to be able to run deep routes, burn the corners, or the guys that are going to get slants and take those slants to the house. They need a lot of yards after catch, and that's what Zay Flowers brings. Odell, not so much. But Odell might be utilized in the red zone, similar to the Rams. Chargers, Patriots, easy pick. Patriots are not winning that. Patriots are not winning that. In what world would the Patriots win that? Get out of here. Patriots are pretty bad. Pretty bad. Belichick is only Belichick because of Brady, let's be honest. Ever since Brady left, they made the playoffs once. Other than that, it's been bad. Chargers, Broncos. We'll give that one to the Chargers at home against the Broncos. Overall, I feel like the Broncos tend to give the Chargers some fits, even when the Broncos aren't that good. Raiders, Chargers, though. Honestly, those are some good matchups between the Raiders and Chargers, but I mean, Jimmy G isn't that bad when you think about it. They got Josh Jacobs. They could pull one off here. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I really don't. I think they sweep the Raiders. I think the Raiders are pretty bad this year. Chargers, Bills. Let's give this one to the Bills. I think the Chargers just can't win that much again. Like they have to lose some of these tough games. They can't win all of them. That's mostly what I'm looking at because tough game after tough game, you're not going to win every single one, but you're going to win one or two hopefully, unless you're a bad team. Broncos, Chargers. I'm giving that to the Broncos. They got a split probably. As I've said, the Broncos have played pretty well against the Chargers, I feel like. I mean, I don't follow them that religiously, but I feel like they've been pretty good. And then, of course, we already had the Chiefs losing to the Chargers. Puts them at 11-6, though. 11-6, pretty good. That would put them in second right now in their division. Let's head on to, I believe Broncos finished third last year. By the Raiders. I think the Raiders did. Raiders finished third. Doing pretty good, Olivia. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just predicting NFL games. Pretty fun, I suppose. Bills. Oh, why I say Bills? I was looking at week 2. Okay. Raiders at Broncos. Battle of two teams that are probably battling for third place in this division. Broncos win that one at home, though. We'll talk about Russell Wilson a little bit more when we get to the... No, I kind of knew on streaming. Not really. I used to stream like 2 years ago a lot. That's why I have like 200 followers. But I stopped streaming what I was streaming. Now I switched to just every once in a while I just stream sometimes. I don't think I really need any of those things, but that's pretty cool. I think I'm good. Um, Raiders at Bills. I take the Bills there. Steelers, Raiders. Ooh, that's a tough one. Steelers, is Kenny Pickett really going to be that good? I don't think Kenny Pickett's going to be that good. Kenny Pickett versus Jimmy Garoppolo. That's a tough one, to be honest. I think we got to give that one to the Steelers, though. I hate to be this guy that's going to have them already at an 0-7 record, but we'll get them a win against the Packers, you know? They get a win there. I'm good. Thank you very much. Okay. Um, Raiders, Patriots at Raiders. Okay. That's what's next. Patriots, Raiders. Um, Ooh, I think the Raiders can win that. I think we get the Raiders their second 2 wins in a row for the Raiders. That is pretty good for them. Raiders, Bears. I think the Bears win that one. Hey, Bears are better than the Raiders. Offensively, near the end of the season, we were one of the top scoring teams in the NFL, actually. And we boosted our defense, but we'll get to the Bears talk when we get to the Bears talk. Raiders, Lions. Give me the Lions, man. Lions are better than the Raiders. There's not much to say about the Raiders. They're just not that good, in my opinion. Giants beat the Raiders. Jets beat the Raiders. Let's just cruise through this. Dolphins beat the Raiders. Vikings beat the Raiders. The Raiders will beat the Colts, and I'll give them one win against the Broncos to end the season. To give them a 4-13 record. Is that Caleb Williams? No idea. No idea. We're just going to have to find out where everyone else ranks. But that is in contention for Caleb Williams. Or Drake May, I suppose. But would the Raiders go that route? I don't know. They seem to like the route of getting pocket passing quarterbacks that are veterans. I think they'd rather go for a veteran pocket passer They wanted Rodgers, they wanted Brady, but they didn't want them, so instead they got Jimmy Garoppolo. They could get Kirk Cousins next year. Kirk Cousins is gonna be off the Vikings possibly. He'll be in free agency at least. I would not be surprised if the Raiders get Kirk Cousins. Let's go to the Broncos. Broncos. You beat the Raiders, and then you start 2-0 because you're beating the Commanders. They have a good defense, but their quarterback is Sam frickin' Howell. And the Broncos actually have a pretty good defense when you look at it, so they should be able to stop Sam Howell and put up enough points themselves with Russell Wilson at the helm. And Sean Payton's their coach now, don't forget. I think that helps a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. They're still losing that one to the Dolphins in Miami. The Bears. The Bears, the Bears, the Bears. You're losing to the Bears, buddy. You're losing to the Bears. That could be a close game, though. Or it could be a blowout, I don't know. That's usually the two things it is. It's either a blowout one side or a close game, but I think that's going to be a close game. I think Fields and the offense puts up a solid number, but the defense keeps the Broncos in the game. Lets Russell Wilson cook them a little bit, but in the end, we might win by a field goal. Okay. Jets, Broncos. Give me the Jets. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets take down the Broncos. We already assigned the Chiefs losses. But in between, that's a Packers game. You're beating the Packers. Green Bay Packers ain't got nothing. They're going to be historically bad this year. Everyone's like, oh, but they have good defense. They have good defense. How are you going to pick them to lose games? They have good defense and good running game. Yeah, is that not what the Bears are built off after 2019 to 2021? We made the playoffs once in that time frame. And it was a 2020 COVID year where we got in as an 8-8 team. As a Bears fan, I'm going to tell you Packers fans, defense and run game ain't going to get you anywhere above 8 wins. So don't get too excited by your defense and run game. Also, your defense was not even like top 10 last year, and they were supposed to be so good. No one is shooketh by your team. Bills beat the Broncos. Vikings beat the Broncos. I think the Broncos could beat the Browns there. You're going to beat the Texans. Young CJ Stroud won't know what to do. They're going to be pretty bad with CJ Stroud as their quarterback. Lions beat the Broncos, though, but the Broncos do beat the Patriots. They finished a solid 7-10. Solid 7-10. And just like that, that is going to be your AFC East. We add another display capture. Display capture. There you go. That's how you can see the division. You want to see the division? There you go. You're going to get that on the whatever side that is. See that? Boom. 12-5, 11-6, 7-10, 4-13. Okay. Shall we head on to our next division? Let me get some water first. Water break. Oh, by the way, that is over my camera. That is great. Water break. We're back. We're back. Water break complete. We're ready to get on the NFC side. Super Bowl. The NFC champions, aka the Super Bowl losers, the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 1 Patriots. Give us the win. By us, I mean the Eagles. I'm not an Eagles fan, but don't know why I say it like that. Anyways, then we got Eagles, Vikings. Give me the Eagles. I kind of want to sit now. Not feeling the standing anymore. We'll probably go back and forth throughout the stream, but this feels a little more comfortable. Do I have to fix the camera again? That's fine. Shows a little bit more, I guess. Alright. Camera's actually great placement. Yeah, let's... Oh. Well, I did it wrong. Let's just pretend that didn't happen, guys, okay? That never happened. Okay. Here we go. Week 1. They're facing the Patriots. That's a win. And the Vikings, a win. There you go. Now you get to visualize it a little bit better. How about them Eagles? Starting off 3-0, because no way Baker Mayfield and the... Or maybe Kyle Trask at that point. Who knows? Whoever it is, Buccaneers lose. 4-0, because you're beating the Commanders. 5-0, because you're beating the Rams. And Aaron Rodgers and the Jets comes in and actually ruins your party here. Don't know how, don't know why, but he does just ruin your party. The Dolphins also do back-to-back losses to the Eagles. The Commanders usually do something to the Eagles, but this time, nah, the Eagles are sweeping the Commanders. And then they're beating the Cowboys, beating the Chiefs. Even the Bills try and get in their way, but they beat them. But them 49ers, healthy Purdy, they're gonna put up a win. I think the Cowboys get swept here this season. Eagles win. As long as they're not facing Minshew, they're gonna lose to the Eagles there. Eagles beat the Seahawks. Eagles beat the Giants. Eagles beat the Cardinals. But they lose to the Giants there at the end. 13-4 record for your Eagles. I kind of cruised through that because they're just a really good team. It's always easy to really do good teams here. Beating Josh Allen, but then losing to Purdy, and then sweeping the Cowboys and Dak Prescott. I don't see the Seattle Seahawks being that great this year. Splitting with the Giants and the Cardinals, everyone knows they're going to be really bad. They're tanking for Caleb Williams. So we go to those Cowboys who were second place last year. And they set off against the Giants. I have the Giants winning that. I have the Jets beating the Cowboys. Because Aaron Rodgers does own the Cowboys. Don't forget that. Aaron Rodgers owns the Cowboys. But yeah, the Cardinals are bad. Patriots aren't that great. Niners also own the Cowboys. So they're going to win that. Cowboys will beat the Rams there after losing to the Chargers. They should just play both of them in LA. But instead, no. That'd be crazy if you had back-to-back games in the same stadium. But sadly, they play that one in Dallas. We have Cowboys, Giants. That's going to be a series split this season. With the Cowboys taking that one from the Giants. Panthers, Cowboys. I mean, the Panthers are bad. They got Bryce Young at quarterback. We'll get into them, though. I keep getting ahead of myself. We'll get into that. Commanders, they're not good. They're good defensively, but that's not going to be enough with Sam Howell at quarterback. Seahawks, losing that one to the Cowboys. Bills beat the Cowboys. Dolphins beat the Cowboys. Even the Lions are going to beat the Cowboys. But the Cowboys end with a win, and they end at an 8-9 record. Not cutting it, Cowboys. You got a tough schedule this year, and they're going to be clawing and fighting every game. How about we hit up them Giants? Made the playoffs last year, beat the Vikings. This year, they win game 1 and game 2. Game 2 is against the Cardinals. And then we have the 49ers beating them week 3. They are going to beat the Seahawks to start out 3-1, but then lose to the Dolphins and Bills. Beat the Commanders. Win the Battle of New York. They're having a great season. They lose to the Cowboys there, and then they also lose to the Commanders there, but beat the Patriots. And then they beat the Giants. The Giants. Yeah, the Giants beat the Packers there. And they lose to the Saints, but they beat the Rams. They finished at 10-7 on the season. Good season for Daniel Jones. Added Darren Waller. Added Jalen Hyatt from the draft, who's been impressing, I guess. Yeah. That's pretty good, I'd say. Pretty good. Not really a streaky team. They're just winning and losing and winning and losing. Just end up winning 3 more than they lose. Final team in the East, Commanders. You beat the Cardinals. Congrats, everyone is. But you lose to the Broncos, the Bills, lose to the Eagles, lose to the Bears on Thursday night in a revenge game from the Bears because last year's was terrible. One of the worst games of the year last year was that Bears-Commanders Thursday night game. But this time the Bears just crushed them. Falcons are going to beat you. You can beat the Patriots, to be honest. And a surprise win against the Seahawks? Yes, back 3 wins in a row there because you beat the Giants as well. You lose to the Rams, you lose to the Dolphins, you lose to the Jets, you lose to the Niners. You're finishing 4-13. You have joined the battle. You joined the battle with the Raiders for Caleb Williams. Although I don't think that's going to be enough with what the Cardinals are doing. Where do we go next? I guess we go to AFC champion losers? Or NFC champion losers. Who is the NFC championship? Oh yeah, Niners? We could go over there. We could go over there, or we could go back to the AFC champion losers, who I think were the Bengals. Go to the AFC North. Bengals beat the Browns. Bengals beat the Ravens. Bengals beat the Rams. The Titans beat the Bengals. What am I doing here? You're going to find out. Bengals then beat the Cardinals and the Seahawks. So they're starting out 5-2 here. They're doing pretty good. They're going to lose there to the Niners. Going to beat the Bills. They'll beat the Texans. Lose that one to the Ravens, so they'll split with them in the season series. They beat the Steelers. Lose to the Jaguars. Beat the Colts, beat the Vikings. Split the series with the Steelers. And in the final game, they will beat the Browns to finish 11-6. Solid, but leaves an opening for the Ravens or the Steelers or Browns to capitalize. Let's talk about those Ravens. Lost to the Bengals last year in the playoffs. But they got it a little bit easier than the Bengals. They win that one against the Texans. Win that one against the Colts after losing to the Bengals. They're going to actually lose that one to the Browns. But they will beat the Steelers there. In Great Britain, lose to the Titans. Beat the Lions, beat the Cardinals, beat the Seahawks, beat the Browns. They're on a huge win streak. They beat the Bengals, beat the Chargers, beat the Rams. Only thing that stands in their way is the Jaguars, and Jaguars beat them. 49ers beat them. And even the Dolphins beat them, but They sweep the Steelers, and they finish 11-6. They have a bit of a skid at the end. All they needed to do was win 2 of their last 4. They only won 1, as they skidded to the Jaguars, Niners, and Dolphins. Currently has them in the lead because of some reason. I don't know why, because they split with the Bengals. Steelers are next. They lose week 1. They win week 2 against the Browns. Beat the Raiders. Beat the Texans. Lose to the Ravens. Beat the Rams though. Lose to the Jaguars. Lose to the Titans. Beat the Packers. Lose to the Browns there. Lose to the Bengals. Beat the Cardinals. Lose to the Patriots. Beat the Colts. Lose to the Seahawks. We're going to finish 8-9. A mediocre season there from Kenny Pickett and the Steelers, but an upgrade from last year. Or is it? Didn't they win 9 wins again last year? I don't know. The first season that Mike Tomlin finishes under 500. We'll say that much. Browns. You lose to the Bengals. You lose to the Steelers. But you will beat the Titans and the Ravens just to lose to the 49ers. But you beat the Colts. You lose to the Seahawks. Beat the Cardinals. Lose to the Rams there. Lose to the Jaguars there. Beat the Bears. Beat the Texans. Lose to the Jets there. You're going to finish 7-10. Worst in the North by 1 game there. Look at that, will ya? 11-6. Ravens win that North. Followed by the Bengals, the Steelers, and Browns. Bengals currently hold the 7th spot. That's wild. Although it's not updated completely. So we head on to the NFC? I think so. Where in the NFC shall we go? Where in the NFC shall we go? We should go to the, Yes, let's go to the Niners. Win against the Steelers, win against the Rams, win against the Giants, win against the Cardinals, win against the... They're just winning. But the Vikings take a game from them out of nowhere. Because that offense is just so good. They're crazy good. That splits that up, but then you beat the Bengals, but you lose to the Jaguars. Then you beat the Buccaneers. You lose one to the Seahawks. Seahawks have a wild game there. Then you're back beating the Eagles, beating the Seahawks again, or for the first time this season. Beating the Cardinals again, beating the Ravens, beating the Commanders, sweeping the Rams. You're 14-3. Really good. Really good. See how the Seahawks can compete with that. Seahawks, I see a down year in this year. But they'll beat the Rams, lose to the Lions, beat the Panthers. Giants, they're going to lose to the Bengals, beat the Cardinals, beat the Browns, lose to the Ravens, lose to the Commanders. You're going to lose one to the Rams. But you beat the Niners, lose to the Cowboys, Niners again. Lose to the Eagles, lose to the Titans, lose to the Steelers, but you beat the Cardinals. You finish at 7-10. You are not that good. Geno Smith, flash in the pan. I could be wrong. We'll find out this season. That is a pretty tough schedule, though. I will say that much. Very tough schedule. Shall we go to the Rams? Start off with 3 losses, but then you beat the Colts. Beat the Cardinals there after a Eagles loss, and then a Steelers loss, and then a Cowboys loss. Packers in Green Bay. That's going to be tough. Green Bay wins that one. Rams beat the Seahawks. Rams beat the Cardinals. Rams beat the Browns. You lose to the Ravens. You beat the Commanders. You lose to the Saints, Giants, and Niners to end the season at 6-11. The Rams are just on a fall off, a cliff. They fell off. I mean, but they won the Super Bowl. It was worth it. If I was a Bears fan and we won the Super Bowl and then fell off, I'd be fine with it. It was worth it, probably. They haven't been able to build in the draft to replace guys. And they traded Ramsey. They're going to be probably retiring Donald and Stafford soon enough. Kupp might end up getting traded to help them gain draft capital. Oh yeah, there you go. 6-11. Cardinals. They really want Caleb Williams. Losses down the board so far, but then we reach week 10. A loss. A huge game here. Texans, Cardinals. I think the Texans win. I really do think so. I think the Bears win that one in week 16. I think the Cardinals, they're going 0-17. Congratulations, Cardinals. You have just got yourself Caleb Williams. If you asked me a month ago, I would not have said this. But after finding out that Kyler Murray is basically going to be benched the whole season. Yeah. Tough scenes. You're grading Caleb Williams. You're going 0-17. Cardinals fans are in shambles right now. It was just a few years ago that they thought Kyler Murray was going to help lead them to the promised land. He did lead them to the playoffs. He was pretty good. And then they decided to, I don't know what happened. How did they fall off? I don't know how they fell off. They just did. But anyways, let's move on to the AFC side again. Where we're talking about the Miami Dolphins. A win against the Chargers. Win against the Patriots. Win against the Broncos. They lose to the Bills. Beat the Giants. Beat the Panthers. Beat the Eagles. Beat the Patriots again. Beat the Chiefs in Germany. Beat the Raiders. They lose down to the Jets, though, on Black Friday. Black Friday game. I forgot about that. But then you beat the Commanders. But then the Titans pull off a weird win. You beat the Jets. After all this, you got to beat the Bills here. You fought a tough season, but the Bills are not going to let you get through this without handing you a loss there. Putting you at 13-4. Bills with some huge wins there over the Dolphins to help them get a chance here. Also, I was supposed to do the Bills first, but whatever, that's fine. Jets, Bills, opening game. Nah, you're beating them. You're beating them. A lot of wins here. Great Britain, you're gonna beat the Jaguars in Great Britain. You're gonna beat the Patriots there. You're gonna beat the Buccaneers, but you're gonna lose to the Bengals. You're gonna beat the Broncos. You're gonna beat Aaron Rodgers for the sweep. Wins all the way down until you face the Patriots, who you win. 14-3 for the Bills, and you swept the Dolphins. What a season. Holy cow. 14-3. That is, that don't seem right to me. I don't think that would happen. I think we're going to have to switch something, and where would I switch if I had to switch? I think I'd switch. Honestly, I think they win that. Maybe they're just that good. Honestly, it'd probably have to be do I think they're 14-3 good? You know what? Sure. You're 14-3 good. You're 14-3 good. There you go, Bills. 9-0 at home, 5-3 away. Take it. Take it and run with it, Bills. You're 14-3. I'm not going to change it. Jets. Aaron Rodgers, welcome to the Jets. Loss, win-win. Chiefs give you a loss. You beat the Broncos and the Eagles, but you lose to the Giants, Chargers. And then you beat the Raiders. We don't get to pick another game until we go down here to where you're going to beat the Falcons and the Texans. And you're going to end against the Patriots with a win. 11-6 Jets. Kapow. Kapow. Let's go to the Patriots. You're a struggle bus there. Saints beat you there. You beat the Colts there. There you go. You're 2-15 Patriots, by the way. You're having a terrible year. Would I change anything? Probably not. You have a tough schedule. A very tough schedule. Get a win in Germany against the Colts, though. That's pretty cool. That's one of your 2 wins is in Germany against the Colts. I mean, yeah, they just have a tough schedule. Heck, I even had them beating the Steelers. Tough schedule. Tough division, tough schedule. Patriots, good luck. You're 0-6 in the division, by the way. The Bills are 6-0 in the division. Vast difference. That's why I think it went wrong. I don't think the Bills go 6-0 in the division. Let's switch this up, actually. I think we give them... In Miami is tough, actually, now that you think about it. That late in the season, going from the cold to into Miami. We'll get down to the Dolphins and give the Dolphins... We'll give them... Yeah, I think they win against all the other ones, though. I really do. I wouldn't change anything else, really. Yeah, I think it's fine now. Maybe we give one to the Patriots. That looks a bit better. That looks a little bit better. 2 13-4 teams and 11-6 and a 3-14 is still pretty crazy, but hey, that could happen. We're rolling with it, you know. It's my thing. I'll just do whatever I want. There you go, guys. 13-4, 13-4, 11-5, 3-14. Where do we go to next? Let's just get it over with. Get everyone saying biased over with. Let's go to the NFC North. The winners last year were the Vikings. Starting off with the win against the Bucks. You lose to the Eagles. You beat the Chargers. You beat the Panthers. You're going to lose to the Bears in Week 6 in Chicago. They come off a mini bye. I'm assuming that's the Commanders game, Week 5. You beat the Packers. You beat the Falcons. And I'm even going to give you a win against the Saints. A win against the Broncos. A win against the Bears. Win against the Lions. Win against the Packers. Lost to the Lions. 12-5. You're going 12-5, I guess. Do I really believe that? Nah. You're going to lose the game to the Saints. Well, they've actually done quite well against the Saints, but there's a little rivalry going. Saints could pull it off. I don't think they do, though. I guess the Vikings are just them. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's wild. Win against the Niners. Do I really believe in that? I really believe they're going to beat the Niners. That's crazy. They want to... Yeah, nah, you're not winning that. That puts the Niners at 15-2, by the way. They're going to have a crazy good season. But it also means the Vikings are now 11-6, which I feel more comfortable with. Yeah, now we can move on to the Lions, who everyone thinks is going to be number 1. I did give them a win against the Chiefs Week 1, and then against the Seahawks. And against them, and against them, and against them, and against them. They got easy schedule. You're winning against Falcons, Packers, Panthers, Buccaneers. Then you're losing to the Ravens. You're beating them. You're gonna beat the Bears. You're gonna beat the Packers, but lose to the Saints there. Lose to the Bears. 12-5. Do I really believe they're going 12-5? I really don't. To be honest, I really don't. It's a tough spot. I don't believe that they could go 12-5. But who would I give the win to or a loss to against? Honestly, Broncos could take one against them. Cowboys could take one against them. But for now, just keep them at 11-6 with the Broncos getting a win. All right. Green Bay Packers. Let's just do the Bears, to be honest. Since we all know I'm picking the Packers to be last in the division. Bears beat the Packers, beat the Buccaneers. I'm confident in those two outcomes. Confident we'll lose to the Chiefs. I think we'll beat the Broncos, but I'm not super confident. I'm still in belief that the Broncos could beat us there, but I think we will win that. We're definitely going to beat the Commanders. I'm not worried about that. Beating the Vikings at home. Once again, it could go either way, but I'm just in the belief that we're going to split with the Vikings, so I may as well just give us the home game, give them the away game. Yeah, I'm not worried about the Raiders at all. I think we win that. But then I think, yeah, we lose to the Chargers. Saints. Yeah, we struggle against the Saints. I feel like we lose that. We definitely beat the Panthers. Not worried about that at all. And late in the season, Falcons win. Packers, we're sweeping them. We're sweeping them. Packers fans want to be like, oh, but we own you. It's like, dude, no. Is your team name Aaron Rodgers? Because last time I checked, the only person that owns us is Aaron Rodgers. Like, people that were, and they're mostly just people that were born in, the same time frame as me, that don't really look back in time and realize that without Rodgers, the Bears would be leading the all-time series. So, we'll come to realization about life without Rodgers pretty soon. I mean, week 1 they will, when they get smoked. But yeah, that's now 3-11-6 teams. They gave it to the Vikings, it looks like. I'm pretty confident we'll win the North, though, this year. Well, I think it's between us and the Vikings. I mean, the Lions, but, the Lions, they don't got it this year. What am I talking about? I'm going rogue. What am I doing? I don't know, but they're not, they don't got it. You lose to the Buccaneers there, because why not? Take an L, bro. Take an L, broski. And honestly, take it out to the Cowboys. I'm giving the Cowboys another win. Lions are 9-8 now. Vikings, Chief, you got to lose one here. Which one are you losing? Falcons one, maybe? Nah. Might be too hard to get the Vikings a loss. They have the Chargers. But I really feel like they win that. Packers, there's no shot. The Saints one I could definitely give them. Or the Broncos one. Actually, in Denver, yeah, that's tough. Okay, there we go. My brain works terribly wrong. There you go. I really just wanted to see the Bears in front in the North. This is all I wanted to see. Let's go! Chicago Bears are winning the North. It's happening. Kaboom. Packers. Oh wait, I forgot to do the Packers. Well, they can't win the North statistically, so we'll just breeze through the Packers because they suck. You listen to the Falcons, listen to the Saints there. Where else can I give you losses? Honestly, you're beating the Buccaneers. I can't cap. Yeah, beat the Panthers for us and, help us get a better draft pick from the Panthers. There you go, Packers. 3-13. Your defense, not as good as you think. Your run game, no one's worried about your receivers. They're just going to man up and just, basically rush you all game. Not worried. Jordan Love's going to have no time because your O-line is terribly deteriorated. Probably worse than the Bears. Most definitely worse than the Bears. Don't need to hear any comments about angry Packers fans. Get out of here. You're trash. Let's go to the Jaguars. Jaguars, you're gonna beat the Colts. You're gonna beat the Chiefs. You're gonna win a lot of these. In UK, does the UK help them? Does it not? No, it doesn't. You ain't built for the United Kingdom, Jaguars. You ain't built for the United Kingdom. Get out of here. Jaguars don't deserve the United Kingdom. Get out of here. Come on now. But they do win some of these games here. Including that one against the Titans. That one against... Yeah, you're going to sweep your division. I mean... Wins all the way down. 15-2 Jaguars. That doesn't seem right. I take it back. You're losing that one to the Titans final week, at least. Yeah, you're winning a lot of these good team games. Might have to give you a loss there to the Saints. That looks better. 13-4. I really believe they're going to be a 13-4 team. Titans. You'll beat the Saints. You'll beat the Colts. You'll beat the Falcons. Buccaneers you'll beat. Man, you got a pretty easy schedule. 14-3 though. I don't think you're gonna go 14-3, dude. I don't think you're that good. Maybe the Steelers actually finish above 500 again. Yeah, Steelers finish above 500 again. They're gonna go 9-8. That'll give you a loss. You beat the Bengals, I mean, I guess. I could see that happening. Yeah, you gotta lose one of those. I think you lose that one to the Baltimore. That'll put them solely in first place. That's in United Kingdom. You're down to 12-5. I feel like they're more an 11-win team. So, what else can I give them a loss? No, why not? The Buccaneers do have a good defense. In Tampa Bay can be a little tough. Ooh, but that Dolphins one, I don't know. We'll go that. Give the Buccaneers a win. Puts them at 11-6. I like that. I look at records more than actual matchups, to be honest, because I'm like, although yes, you should win all those. It's the NFL. You don't win all those. Unless you're the Vikings last year, then you do. Yeah, there you go, Texans. You beat the Colts. Congrats on you. You're gonna lose a lot of games. You'll beat the Panthers because I'm manifesting the Bears getting the number one pick. I'm manifesting the Bears getting the number one pick. Just let me do this. Let me cook. Colts win that one. Okay, there you go. 3-14 Texans. That's realistic. 3-14. There you go. The Colts, you're bad. Historically bad. You're 1-15. Not much to say. There's your South Division. Woo! Let's go. Woohoo! Oh wait, you can't see that. Where are you at? Up there we go. Boom. 3-14, 11-6, 13-4, 11-6, 3-14, 1-15. Wow, that's bad. Final division. Your New Orleans Saints, although they didn't finish first last year, they're finishing first this year, so we're gonna start off with them. A loss week 1, but then a win. Win. That's a lot of wins. Falcons are going to take one from them, but overall, they're just going to keep winning. And they're going to go 14-3. Easy schedule. Solid overall team. They're going to take a 14-3 season this year. Falcons. Win. What you going to do there? Honestly, they probably losing to the Buccaneers because they're not that great. Sweep the Panthers still. You go 10-7 if you're the Falcons. You gotta feel pretty good if you're doing that. Therefore, I'm giving you a loss to the Commanders because the Commanders usually end up winning a little bit more. Fair enough. The Falcons can't win that much. 9-8, they could. I feel like they're 8-9 almost. Who should I get? Should I give the Packers an extra win to make them feel better? Nah. Fuck the Packers. Oh, the Cardinals? Nah, they're going Caleb Williams mode. Fair enough. You know what? I'm finally just gonna say it. Fair enough. You're a 9-8 team. How about the Buccaneers? Win that, you lose that one to the Panthers. The Panthers versus the Colts. Who wins? They could win that. We'll give them a win. 2-15. That gives the Bears the second overall pick, I believe. Yeah, that is where we stand. Look at our playoff teams, baby. Let's go. On the AFC side, the Bills. The Bills. First place. Followed by the Jaguars, second place. Chiefs, third place. Ravens, fourth place. Dolphins, Chargers, Jets. Titans, Bengals just missed out, and then it's a quick fall off here. Down to those trash teams. The other side. Whoa. 49ers, 15-2, best in the NFL. Saints, 14-3. Eagles, 13-4. Bears, 11-6, winning the North. Ooh. Yes, sir. Vikings, 10-7. Giants, 10-7. Cowboys, 9-8, make the playoffs. A vast difference between the leagues. That's actually kind of realistic in a way. I could see a 9-8 team making the playoffs for the NFC, and then, of course, multiple 11-6 teams missing it on the other side. I'm pretty happy with this. This will not age poorly at all. And while we're at it, as we do every season, we can actually go now to the playoffs. Kaboom! What a matchup, man. 2 divisional matchups on that side. 1 divisional matchup on this side. Who wins? The Bears beat the Vikings. Let's go. We get our first playoff win since. Would that have been 2013? No. We missed. 2010. First playoff win since 2010. Eagles beat the Giants. Saints beat the Cowboys. No upsets in that one. But over here, Ravens can never seem to win in the playoffs, so we're just going to give that to the Dolphins, of course. Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs win. Boom, a win for the Jaguars. By the way, Aaron Rodgers got to the playoffs as a 7th seed. Congrats to him. I really could care less. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Continuing on. Jaguars get the revenge this year. They win that one. Bills, Dolphins. Let's go to this side, actually, where I think Niners win that one. Eagles win that one. We get a rematch over there. This side, the Bills are going to make it and head into the conference championship round, where the Bills win. And do the 49ers get their revenge? Yes. And then we have the Super Bowl. Your Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl. I would love that, to be honest. They should that one year it should have been. But the Bills defense couldn't hold them down for like 9 seconds or 11 seconds. They let Mahomes get in the field goal range. That was wild. Oh, yes. Thanks for watching the stream. This might become a video, might not. I'm probably too lazy, let's be honest, but we'll be ending the stream here. Thank you for watching.